and Jordan Gray. Woo!
Hello, thanks for having me. Good morning, are you alright?
Thanks so much for coming. So nice to meet you.
It's lovely to be here with you in this room full of... I'm taking in all the comic book paraphernalia. Behind you is a Captain Marvel poster. Did you get it from Southend Cinema when they...
Yeah.
I did as well. That's all I've got on my wall is a picture of Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Do they even do those like posters anymore? Because they used to do like posters and postcards. Do you remember? Like with every single film, and I used to have them plastered over my wall at home.
Yeah, I think they do. That's quite recent, Captain Marvel, isn't it?
It's definitely like anything that Marvel brings out. And it was the first time I saw a superhero where she's like she's a lady, spoiler, but also she's sort of a bit problematic in a bit. Yeah, it's great. Like she's not Wonder Woman, she's not perfect. She's got an attitude which is wonderful.
She's my favourite Marvel character.
Same. Yeah.
As soon as that came out, I was like, yeah, mate, she's up there now. Because I used to love Groot.
That's a jump.
But Groot is like the sweetest thing ever. And then Captain Marvel came out and I just thought, she's the most powerful woman in the world.
She's the
in
best.
The universe.
I got so emotional when she got all shiny. Do you remember when she gets all shiny in the film? Goes binary or whatever they say.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
mode.
I loved it. I got super emotional.
Yeah, I've got there's a Joker one as well that I got from Southend Cinema. They do for like the bigger films.
Okay.
Which is really cool. But I've got apparently you're into Pokemon.
So much. I love it so much. During I do adult Panta every year, and every year this lovely lady from Leeds comes down with a bag of Pokemon goodies for me, and I look forward to it so much. Last night she got me like a little star with a U badge, but she bought me a Game Boy, like a legit Game Boy with all Pokemon on it.
Oh my god!
It's so sweet. She's been following me a while, so thanks Trish for my Pokemon stuff. I look forward to it every year.
Trish, that's awesome.
Yeah, what a legend.
So cool. Yeah, I'm into it as well.
What's your favourite Pokemon, Charlie? It's a big question.
That's a big question, yeah. I like to say Bulbasaur for OG reasons.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
But I do love Mimikyu.
I was the best one. I was going to get it tattooed on me. I was going to get Mimikyu tattooed on me. Me and my wife were going to get... Are you into Pokemon?
I'm not. This to me is just like you're saying words and I'm like, they sound adorable, but I don't really know anything past like Pikachu.
Right.
I know, I'm sorry, I'm so embarrassed.
Well, for the sake of your listenership, to give it a broad explanation, Mimikyu is a Pokemon that is so very lonely and sad that it thinks it should dress up like a Pikachu because Pikachu is the most beloved, so it thinks that it will be friends with people if it dresses up like a Pikachu.
I'm not emotionally stable enough for that. I think it's probably just best I avoid Pokemon because that would break my heart.
It's pretty grim for a children's cartoon. Let's not lie anymore, it's for us.
Well, yes. I mean, to be fair, we were kids when it came out, and I do find it hard to meet people that like Pokemon as well because it's very in that generation. Like even like massive nerds are like they're like too old or too young. They're just not into that. So yeah, I love it.
High five.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. I mean, okay. You're right. It's a video podcast.
I'm going to freeze frame it just like that. Yeah, I don't get the whole Pokemon thing. My sister collected Pokemon, but Charlie does call me Chansey.
Yeah, okay.
Because I have this like big pink like hoodie dressing gown type thing, and apparently that looks like Chansey. I haven't even looked at it. This could be a massive insult.
It is.
Is it? Oh no! Fair. Is it the worst one?
Well, she's just a big egg shaped.
Oh, good.
With I think a tiny egg on the front. So if you carry around a boiled egg in your dressing gown.
I do.
Well, that's
Okay, I see the similarities.
Yeah, it does have a little pocket on the front of it.
It does,
and it's really long, so she does just look like a Chansey. Which I love.
All right.
Anyway, this is supposed to be about sex, not.
I mean, in my mind, they're the same thing. Pokemon, sex.
Well, yeah. Well, you do see like those like YIF videos that are like sort of Pokemon themed.
What is yiffing? Because I know in my heart I would love to have sex with a furry, but I don't actually know.
I think that is the actual sex with a furry.
Sounds great.
Yiffing, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why it's called a yiffing because it could be called something cuter than that.
I thought yiff was the sound a fox makes. Like the sound you hear in the middle of the night. I thought that's yiffing. You're like, oh, they're bloody yiffing again.
Oh God, do you think there's people outside my window just dressed in fairy suits having sex?
Yiffing.
Just yiffing, and I'm thinking bloody foxes, and actually it's just like really.
Which would annoy you more though?
People.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, I don't know. Because the people aren't shitting all over the driveway. Like, that's my issue with foxes.
Well,
I'm like, all
hang
for
on a minute.
foxes, but like,
People
don't eat trash and then shit all over the place.
Fox or no, don't
Yeah,
trash and shit
well,
everywhere.
exactly. But like, cats usually have the decency to like shit where they can like scratch it up and that. But foxes are just like, do you know what? You're not the fucking boss of me. It's midnight.
Well, I've walked into work many a times where a human has shit in the fucking doorway of the shop.
That's true.
Really?
You know, yeah.
Oh, because it's like a recessed door and it's like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
at home. Oh, okay. Oh, bless them.
Yeah,
It's-
but then I don't think it has anything to do with the door because people used to shit in the actual shop as well. So
Yeah.
What kind of shop was this shop you used to work in? I mean, I'm familiar with the former podcast, but I don't remember it being that sort of shop.
Well, it's in the high street. You probably would recognise it, but for legal reasons.
Of course. Yeah.
Beep.
I haven't worked out how to do beeps yet. So
No, so we have to put our own
Just
beeps in.
Point, Nina.
Yeah. So are you native to Southend?
Native to everywhere in Essex. Southend, probably as of the last 6 years. I spent a long time in Tilbury Town, and I grew up in a pub called the Ulsit Cock, which is not there anymore. Do you remember the Ulsit Cock?
I don't know.
It's between it's just on a roundabout. It's called the Ulsit Cock Roundabout. It's an Indian restaurant now.
As they usually are.
Yeah,
They take these like beautiful like pub buildings, don't they, now, and make them into.
It's got a water floor fish tank in it, as far as I know, which sounds quite glamorous.
Oh my god!
That I don't think was there when I lived there.
Can you imagine not noticing it? It was underneath like a really like cigarette stained carpet.
Yeah, pictures of dart players and stuff. It's Santford, Corringham, Ulsit, all the places. What about the two of you?
Well, I'm not a native to Southend, although I've been here many, many years. But I was going to see how you felt about Southend because I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Charlie absolutely hates it.
Okay, that's exciting.
And I just wondered whose side you're on.
I heard horror stories about it. It used to be a bit of a boy racer town, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then they stopped you from being able to drive down the front.
Yes.
I don't know what the front of the sea is called.
Yeah,
the
seafront.
Yeah, that bit. And then it sort of cured that a bit. I like it. I like all the novelty of it. I like that it's got the spirit of Victorian times still. Like back in the day, Victorians were so excited by gadgets and things, and they'd bring them all here, and all these coin-operated things with like the bloody wind-up peep show stuff.
Yeah.
I think all that's still there, but now it's really colourful and a bit loud.
Yeah.
But it's still there. So.
I love it because it is such a strange place. Like it's got everything. Because in the winter, it's like the loneliest, drabbest and bleakest place ever. But I really do like that sort of ghost town vibe. And then in the summer, it's just madness, and it's like being on holiday every single day. So that's what really appeals to me. But you are just like, ugh, people.
Oh yeah, absolutely hate it.
So you like it in the winter, maybe?
Yeah, I like Southend, the town. For me, it's the people.
Sure.
It's everyone else.
Yeah, I know it sounds really. But yes, no, I'm not a massive fan of people, and
They're not ideal people.
yeah, no, they're just arseholes, and I just think like it's such a like. You can find good people here, I think, but you've really got to fucking search for them.
Yep.
Really, really, really got to put the work in and search for them, and I just find the majority of people are just stuck in the olden days when like women need to be in the kitchen and not speaking. Do you know what I mean? And I just.
It's a little bit of a throwback. I guess that's maybe always going to be the way with a seaside town. We're connected to something that's been there for trillions of years, and the sea doesn't change. So like the lifestyle's going to change, like something landlocked, I was going to say Tilbury, maybe that's a terrible example. Something that's a bit landlocked is its own culture, but we're still connected, like, to the sea.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
No, a lot of people come here, don't they? Like, I think it's really like glamorous for people that don't live here.
Yeah.
But when you're in it day to day, and I worked on the high street for like 15 years, so I literally see the worst of
The
people.
very worst, I guess, yeah.
So yeah, I try to avoid it at all costs.
Yeah. I was in town the other day, and it's been a bit sunny here, isn't it?
Yep.
The last like few days, and like it's so mad to me because I'm still like walking around wearing a coat, so you know it's starting to get warm if I like wear a lighter jacket, but I still have all my stuff on. But there are like women walking around in denim shorts and bikini tops, and it was 6 degrees. Like, so it weren't really warm, but it's Southend, isn't it? The minute the sun comes out, everyone's like, all the clothes off. And chavs don't feel cold, I think. I don't know what it is built into them. But, like, at the minute there's, like, a ray of sunshine, the guys have their, like, stained tracksuit bottoms, like, pulled down, no top. Yeah, like, chav skinny.
Yeah, little milky monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's little, you see the ribs and everything.
Yeah, I know. Like, where's the muscle? How are you functioning and moving that body with no muscle in there?
Yeah.
Like, it's mad, isn't it?
Maybe they're maybe they're sun powered.
Oh, maybe.
They're like plants.
Oh, like weird, like zombies. They're just like all just asleep, and then a ray of sun, and they all start to move. Is it like in Silent Hill when they hear like a little bit of music or a little bit of noise?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Solar powered chavs.
Coming this summer. And have that poster on the wall next.
Trademark. Don't anyone steal another great idea of ours.
Why has your Wonder Woman got a tiny little piece of fried chicken?
I said this the other day.
Got a chicken wing. I don't know. I just thought it.
It's great. Is it a freeze dried piece of fried chicken or is it a plastic fried chicken?
I'll show you.
Okay. This is
It's
wonderful.
a little hair clip.
That's incredible. That's amazing.
So cool, isn't it?
That you could eat that. I mean, you couldn't eat that. Don't eat that. But like,
yeah, you could go to KFC,
That's
get some chicken wings, and just stick that in there.
I'd be.
And no one would know.
I would have no idea. That's great.
I don't know much about like superheroes, so I don't. You know, I thought that she came with it. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, I don't watch all these things, so I'm thinking, is she just like massively into chicken or?
Wonder Woman, like chicken sold separately.
I just thought, I don't know how she's fitting in that outfit if she's just like walking around with a giant fried chicken thigh.
Well, it's the Atkins diet.
Oh,
yeah.
That's how she does
She only
it.
eats chicken wings. But to be fair, she doesn't eat anything. So for all we know, she could.
That's it. She definitely doesn't eat the skin. She peels the skin off. Just the protein.
Are you getting that from her persona?
Yeah.
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 That's
she doesn't
that's
eat the skin. She's Gal Gadot. She doesn't eat chicken skin. What are you talking about?
God, I dare say she doesn't eat a thing.
Yeah.
She looks incredible, doesn't she? It's not.
She's like Amazonian, isn't she?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she needs that, like.
Yeah, the gains.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. It's all been said. If there's any other like superheroes that you can fool me with.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna start setting up
this
bits
piece
and
of
bobs.
streaky bacon. Yeah.
Captain America's favourite.
Captain America's favourite. I wouldn't know because I don't watch them.
Yeah.
Because they're all a bit shiny for me. I like
It's
things a bit gritty.
it's too late for you to start now, isn't it? I just think.
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, there's
so
like
many
120
films.
of them, isn't there now? So I just
I
can't.
know.
So many. If that's too many, don't get into Pokemon. There's about 850 Pokemon now.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Why? and isn't the catchphrase "you got to catch them all"? Like
Yeah.
it's relentless.
Yeah, when we were kids, that was achievable.
Yeah.
Now
Level
it's
5.
just a lie, just a bad promise.
Oh God. Do they keep bringing out new ones, or is it just like the set?
That's
No.
more and more and more.
Who's thinking of this?
Well, it's getting a bit ridiculous now because some of them are like a teacup.
Yeah, and one of them is just an apple pie with a head. It's a dinosaur, and it's just like an apple pie with a little dinosaur head
They've
sticking
seen you lot coming in. They're like, do you know who's going to buy this shit? These two.
One of the most ridiculous ones is like a set of keys.
A set of keys?
Yeah.
What's that evolve into? A fucking doorknob?
It evolves into a Fiat.
What the hell?
Yeah, it is getting a bit ridiculous. I will admit that, but you know.
But yeah, it's addictive.
Yeah.
And if you don't like one, move on to the
I mean,
next.
they've cornered you, haven't they, really?
Oh, yeah.
It's never ending.
Yeah.
God's sake.
It's never ending. It's like stamp collecting.
Well, we know how out of hand that can get.
Yeah, massively out of hand.
Yeah.
That's...
Oh, yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, it is. Well, like you said, they keep coming out with new stamps. What they should do is combine the two, Pokemon on stamps.
Well, it's called
You
Pokemon cards, love.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit-
So it's, that's
That's how they do it. That's how they get you then.
Yeah, but Pokemon's only been around for like 20
Yeah,
years.
stamps
so,
have definitely got a head start on you, hasn't they?
yeah, massively. I wouldn't want to get into that.
Yeah, no. Jordan.
Yeah.
Tell us about your most recent theatre venture. You've been in a panto, haven't you?
Yeah. Why did I say it like that? Yeah.
Oh,
it's all right.
God.
It's just
Okay,
it's
you don't
exhausting,
have to
but it's
tell
good.
us.
It's a lot of fun. It's with this company called Plcproductions. Done it for 4 years. What's really nice is they just let me play myself with a different haircut every year. So it's really
ideal, isn't it?
This year I was the G-spot of the lamp in Aladdin. Last year I was Queen Quim. It's really, they just sound like Pokemon. Like they're just similar things. It's very rude. It's like so many people come thinking it's going to be a bit matron. It's not. Literally, my first line is it right to swear on this podcast? I just had
it's too fucking late now, isn't it?
Like my first line 4 years ago was "Hello, boys and girls," and then like "Hello," and I'm like, "Oh, should we try that again?" Jeez, for fuck's sake! Like, and you see that people that moment they go, "Oh, this isn't quite the Vente we were expecting." Properly rude. I think I've got my boobs out a couple of times, not like as part of the script.
They asked you to do that. No, is that just something you just add in there?
Yeah,
just pizzazz to the character.
Well, I have seen quite a lot of like nakedness from you when I was looking through your pictures. There's a lot of like exhibitionists.
I like it because it stops being sexual after about a millisecond and just becomes really funny to me. Like, so I'm transgender, I'm pre-op, but like non-op. I'm just not going to have it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like that a whole audience has to decide in their mind how they feel about it instantly, but there's no division. It's not like people go, I'm not sure, and other people are like, yeah, the whole audience has to sway in one direction based on whoever's the most excited. So if one person goes, yeah, then the whole audience is like, all right, then in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bit of novelty, you know, like those books you used to read as a kid, where you had to match the fireman's legs with the fireman's top. That's how it feels. It's just really like liberating. So yeah, I like getting nude. But they didn't ask me to do that in panto. It's just sometimes the outfits are really easy to flip up and down. And lots of willies this year. Like there's a ballet, not mine, but there's a ballet with like flannels and stuff. And it's good. I mean, it's finished now, so you can't go.
I know. We've done this the wrong way, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. So what are you doing now then? Now that panto's over?
Panto, thankfully, is a little bit of a departure from my normal job because it's proper exhausting. I've been very lucky. I sold a television show just before lockdown, and we're making it this year with Plcproductions, with Stolen Pictures, with Nick Frost and Simon Pegg. That's me again, just with a different haircut. It's just me playing myself with a different haircut, where I play a transgender supermarket attendant called Liv, who's affirmative action hire, and she knows it, and she makes it everyone's problem, and it's really, really fun and really it's a good giggle. So that's in the production. I write on a bunch of TV shows as well. I've got a radio show coming out about my life, about my terribly boring reality TV experiences on The Voice.
Yes, well, when we were doing like a little bit of research, because we like to have a snoop. I mean, we snoop on anyone anyway, don't we? Yeah. Guests or not guests.
Yeah. Well, I had already watched the pilot episode of Transaction, is it?
That's the one.
Yes, we've watched that, haven't we?
Yes.
Because, we were like we were in the minute those like neon shop lights started flickering. We were like, this is us. We're in.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said that. That's a big part of it. It's like it's set at night. And that's a big fight to have it. We don't want. It's not trolleyed. It's like, at night time. Of course, you'd be the two perfect people to talk about this. Things get a bit weird when you're just staring at neon for so long, and like gallows humour comes in and weird types of humour that you wouldn't say at 5 p.m.
Yeah, definitely. It takes a turn for the worse. Like where we used to work, you walk in and the neon lights were on even at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it would just start. Yeah, like the day would just get like weird.
Your day is just
it's so weird, isn't it? And I think like a situational comedy where you're in a place where there's a constant stream of people is so relatable to people who've worked in retail, because it's like, even though every single day is essentially the same, you're doing the same thing, the weirdos come out, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
And it's the most normal of weirdos that are the worst ones, aren't they? They're the people that you see all the time. You're like, oh, there's fucking the guy that collects paper bags. Like, we had that guy, didn't we? So insanely clever. And he could tell you, like, the time, the news and everything on the day that you were born. If you just gave him, like, a few details, it was so mental, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was so mental. He'd be like, what star sign are you?
Yeah.
And then he'd just tell you what year you were born.
Yeah.
Work all this stuff out. It was like mentally crazy.
Oh, wow.
And then tell you what happened at that time. But he didn't wash.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
we've not got time.
stuck with
No, I mean, it's too
researching
busy,
and stuff. How's he gonna-
Yeah, he was just
Yeah.
repulsively smelling and looking. He had like food in his beard all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
No.
happened to him. Something,
No.
but we used to give him the time of day, didn't
Yeah,
we?
well, he used to collect our bags.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we went from plastic bags to paper bags, and he just used to come in and ask for bags. And I just always used to think, because I like to set up a backstory for people, what is he doing with these? Is his entire house like wall to wall with just our branded bags? Like, what's he doing with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, paper mache and...
Paper mache. Oh, God, that didn't even cross my mind.
What's it called?
Decoupage.
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 Yeah,
Oh my
decoupage
God,
in the walls with
Can you
our
imagine?
with our bags
It's
through the years.
busts of all your heads.
Yeah.
Decoupage with the date and time and what happened the year you were born.
Oh my God.
He doesn't. He's not
I'd love
remembering it.
that.
He's researched just that you do.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when is this going to be out, this TV show? Have you got
Well,
like a date or?
No, we're in production now, which is
Yeah.
all very exciting. I would like to think maybe by the end of this year, something
Yeah.
you'll see pictures at least of stuff coming out. And of course, Edinburgh Fringe is a big thing for comedians. And I'm
Yeah.
taking an hour to assembly this year. It's slightly superhero themed, not really, a little bit, and it's called "Is It a Bird?" You know, like "Is it a bird? Is it a plane?" But also I'm transgender. So.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'll show you the artwork while I'm here.
Yes,
no one's
please.
seen it. I won't put it to camera,
Yeah,
but while we're
no.
talking, I'm
Yeah.
just
This
going
isn't
to
for
because I
you.
think it's good. It's another. Oh, it's my coat. I'll show it to you later. But it's exciting.
Yeah. Oh, so you're doing Edinburgh Fringe then?
Yeah, it's like
That's exciting, isn't it?
it's the best. It's proper holy grail for comedians to take an hour to a big 5.
Yeah.
It's my first year doing that, and that production's gone up crazy. I think it's because I've been in Panto for 2 weeks and everything's exploding all the time. I'm like, I need to go up my game.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna have to be on fire and lights and stuff.
Yeah, we feel a little bit of like that pressure when it's all going on, isn't it? Like we go from like leading mundane lives to like everything happening all at once.
Yeah.
And I think it's like that when you're doing anything creative. You go from these like sort of stale moments to I can't breathe.
Yeah, like you like it's tipped in the last year to I don't have to chase anything anymore. It's now what do I want to do out of the things that are happening. But you still always have to be on your game because in 1 month it could just I timed everything terribly and now there's nothing to do. I'm off to LA as well for the first time. I'm going to do the Netflix festival in LA in May, which is very exciting. I've never been to America. You've been to America?
Yeah, I've been to America.
Yeah,
I was a silly question because there's about 50 different places in America from what I understand. But what's it like?
It's like here, but sunny and everything's big. That's the best way I can put it. Like all the food is just like twice the size.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's vast, isn't it? Everything. Like it takes you like an hour to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the and that's like the nearest place. So it's just massive. But I always find it was like, I went to Florida, so I haven't been to LA, but I found that it's like being in a movie.
Yeah.
Like you step off the plane and there's like palm trees and like eagles in the sky instead of like the shrubbery and the fucking pigeon. Do you know what I mean? Like what you're used to. So
those Southend palm trees aren't quite palm trees.
No.
no, it's not California.
No.
But yeah, it's like it hits you. It hits you in like a weird, like familiar kind of way because you've seen it on TV, but you're sort of like living in that.
And
Like,
you do
TV
feel
set.
very much like the main character.
Okay.
Like, we are the main characters in our own lives, but like when you go over there, you're a bit of a commodity.
Right.
The minute you open your mouth, they're like,
Cool, blimey, Mary Poppins.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're like, oh my god.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to do LA, then New York, and then back.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, that's true, isn't it? My mum always says they love a dandy. They love an English dandy.
Yeah.
I might take a cane.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. I think they're always quite disappointed when you're like not either related to the Queen or
Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, like there's no in between. They don't like it when you just sound like an average English person. They want you to be a caricature of English people. So
And they have the only way is Essex, don't they? They like it.
yeah, they do. Yeah.
So that's good for us.
I don't know why. I don't know why they like it. It's madness that they like those things. But then we like all the...
Yeah, I think Essex people are really charming.
Yeah.
Like whenever they're mixed in with like things like I'm a celebrity or like Big Brother or something like that, it's always the Essex like
they stick
charm
out.
offensive, isn't it? That's like coming out on top every time.
Yeah, we know how to talk to people. I think they're brilliant. Essex people are brilliant.
Yeah, I agree. I think we got an unfair rap when they brought out Towie.
Yeah.
They say the only way is Essex. No, it ain't.
Yeah.
It's a million ways.
Yeah.
No, mate.
Shut up. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we were kind of portrayed as being like dumb and like into our looks, which obviously we're not. But we know plenty of people that are like that.
Oh yeah, I think it's taken a long time to shake the Essex girl stigma.
For sure.
So then it sort of was brought back a bit.
It's a tale as old as time, and every single town thinks that their ladies are promiscuous, makeup covered ladies, don't they? Everywhere you go, like Bolton, they're like, oh, bloody girls in Bolton. Like, you're just telling the same story, but it's just misogyny. It's not Essex based, but we just, for some reason, they nailed in on ours.
Yeah. Oh, women being women. What will they think of next? That's what it's like, though, isn't it?
My dad is from Leeds, and he thinks I'm a typical Essex bird, which is so untrue. I've got very few things in common with the stereotype of Essex. It'd be cool if I did. I just don't. Like, I've got fake boobs and a penis, and one of those is definitely not a stereotype.
I don't know how many Essex have you been with.
But he just hears it and he just thinks that this is what Essex looks like.
Oh no, is he like embarrassed by the stereotype that you're now bringing shame to the Leeds family name?
Yeah, sorry, Dad.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm choking to death now.
Right, let's talk about your t-shirt. I love octopuses.
Oh, thanks very much.
That is awesome.
This company gave it to me ages ago, called Offend My Eyes, and I've never been allowed to wear it. So it just felt like in keeping with the theme. I'm so glad I didn't misjudge it as well, because you never know. I think it's great. All the tentacles are tucked in right now, because I like a high-waisted jean.
Oh, yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
Well, yeah, high-waisted jean covers all manner of sins, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love it, yeah. The colour's brilliant.
Everything they do has got a tinge of... I think their most famous one, they're like a little brand, it's like a little banana, but the banana is a penis. But it's
I feel like I've seen that on Instagram.
Yeah, that's their main icon. I love it. I love an octopus. I do think, even as a person, I believe of a certain level of intelligence, I'm still convinced that maybe octopuses came from another planet.
Yeah.
I'm happy to lean into that.
Yeah. I always say that to you all the time. Yeah. Don't I? It's like the closest to an alien. Yeah. Because they're just completely separate. Their whole brain is like not come anywhere from where our brains come from. Yeah. It's like a completely separate development of a brain, and like
the only other example of that,
system,
isn't it? Like this thing called convergent evolution, where things like, say, there's been about 5 different versions of the eye, and 4 or 5 different versions of wings. Like a bat's wings and a bird's wings are completely different. Yeah. But brains only 2, and it's the octopuses and everything else, or cephalopods like cuttlefish and squids, and they're amazing. And also, they feel every single cell of their body individually, which is why. And the law changed recently, didn't it, to say they're like sentient beings, so you can't kill an octopus in an inhumane way. They feel every cell of pain instead of us, where if something hurts and you pinch your hand on purpose to stop that pain, that's because our brains work differently to theirs. If you poke them 100 times, they're feeling it all the time. Yeah,
their brains are like in their tentacles, aren't they? So their whole nervous system is just like their whole body, isn't it?
It just blows my mind. Every time you tell me something about octopuses, I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, they're fascinating. They're aliens. I feel exactly the same way.
But then anything from the sea, I can't get my head around it.
Yeah, or maybe we're the aliens.
Whoa.
I
think that's a good place to stop. Bye, guys. You just get the static appears and a government sign.
Anyway, once again, we're supposed to be talking about
Well, again, I would argue octopuses sexy.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes.
Well, there's a lot of Japanese like octopus sexy stuff. I know. I get it. It's very like all over, isn't it?
Well, it's the penetration, isn't it?
Yeah,
just you can penetrate everything with just one octopus.
Only one. That's it. That's the best thing. Very cheap. Just buy one.
You only need one octopus.
You don't need an orgy. when it comes to octopuses.
It's the logistics again for me of getting like the octopus out, like because it's got to live in your house, obviously. So
in your what?
In your house.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No,
that's Essex. It's got to live in your house. You've got to have a tank for it. Tanks, fucking that's maintenance in it. Like you can't just have like a little bowl of water with it living in. And then you've got to get it out. Do you dry it off first?
I don't think it'd enjoy that very much.
No, but I mean you can't just have this wet, sloopy object everywhere, can you?
Well, talking about like logistics of octopuses,
Yeah.
they're quite small.
Yeah, they can be.
They're not like the size of
not this
how they are in Japanese,
okay.
like.
I don't think I've
anime.
actually seen an octopus thinking about it. Like not in real life.
Well, they're different sizes, but they're not huge enough
I'm
to.
thinking like a cartoon octopus with like a huge like head,
Yeah,
smiley face.
There's big granddaddy octopuses somewhere, but the ones just the little baby ones.
Oh,
like
they're
that.
just like
Maybe
big ones.
most of them only live like 6 weeks. They're about that big.
That's sad. I don't want
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're right.
6 weeks. What can you accomplish in 6 weeks?
Well,
Well,
let's find out.
Yeah.
They do. They accomplish loads of things. That's why they're so like intelligent.
Do they have lots of babies?
Yeah.
Is it one of those situations where it's like loads, hundreds of them?
Yeah, spray them out into the sea like little, and then.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, you could have a gang of them. Then, if they're only small and they only live 6 weeks.
Well, they don't like socialising either, do they?
No.
Oh,
They're like
God.
lonely creatures that are on their own. Because once again, had they
What's sadder, having sex with one octopus or having sex with like 20?
sex with one
Boom.
octopus. There's eight tentacles. Would you need another octopus?
Yeah, but
for?
they're only small, so it's like that's a hand's worth, isn't it?
Octopi, nature's orgy.
Yeah. You only need one octopus. Oh, I'm telling you now. Oh, I'm sorry. I always bring it down to new lows, but like the logistics of having something slimy and wet around me is just not something I'm gonna be wanting.
Is it not? Am I using the right term when I say splooshing? Is that like a thing
That
you
sounds
are not
like
into then?
Splooshing.
Like
Oh.
covering, like I think it's all food and cake and gunge and stuff.
I like the idea of it, but it's then I've said this before. No one else is fucking clearing it up. It's going to be me, isn't it? So, like, if someone's like, "Oh, I really fucking love it if you just sat on this gatto," like, okay, I'll sit on the gatto. But then who's clearing it up? It's me, and I don't want to have to do that. It's bad enough having a toddler.
Yeah.
So, like, I like the idea of a lot of things, but the logistics of everything stops me from living to my full potential, I think.
Yes. You think so many people had these ideas and 2 seconds into them realised that they weren't into it.
Yeah.
That must happen.
This
10
is a
times
fucking
second
mistake. Yeah, can you imagine?
around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whipped cream incidents is that's
God.
always the go-to, isn't it? But ugh.
The
Or
smell.
like, excuse me. It sounds like I'm getting really emotional about whipped cream. I remember perhaps a 17 or an 18-year-old popping an ice lolly into my partner's bum and vice versa. And that takes about 12 seconds to become a sticky nightmare. Like just like someone's put sticky back plastic on your bum and then
Oh,
just,
no. They come off the stick quite easily as well.
Yeah, oh god,
So,
yeah, that's true.
But then I suppose it doesn't really matter.
It's the sticky.
I mean, that's the
isn't
best
it?
case scenario, isn't it? Because then you haven't got to really clean that up. They can just sort of take themselves off and...
Yeah,
deal
if
with
it was
that
like
themselves.
just pure ice, fine. But
Yeah.
if it's like an ice lolly, that's
Yeah.
It's like all the
Like a rocket
moisture
lolly.
leaves. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was like a multicoloured thing. It wasn't quite a rocket. But it was I'll tell you what it was. It was a fruit pastel lolly. It was a different colour.
Round trees, really
yeah.
crustal lolly. There you go.
All the water comes out, and it's just like tar. It just became like tar.
Oh, no.
So thanks, round trees.
Yeah, thanks for nothing.
other terrible sex lollies are available.
they might get in contact and want to sponsor us
Oh,
now.
yeah, they might be.
After that glowing endorsement.
Well, they've not had much out recently, have they? They must be clutching.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, they don't taste that great, do
No,
they?
they
You're not
don't.
gonna
That's the
pick
best you
ones,
can
but-
hope for, that
yeah.
someone's sticking that up their ass, because no one's eating them, are they? That's
Yeah,
no
it tastes
one's
the same.
Yeah.
One end or the other.
Yeah.
It's the same.
It's no one's go-to, is it?
I wouldn't buy it, no.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Not for eating.
No.
I might buy them for anal probing.
Sorry, did you hear my story? Don't do it.
No, don't do it. It was a cautionary tale.
Yeah, it was like having a wax. It was
Yeah.
horrible. You can't. It just doesn't come off. You just have to go and stand in a shower.
It's just like,
Which is-
wait.
yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, again, the logistics of this, like, great while it's happening, but then, it's a mistake, isn't it, afterwards? But then I feel like that every task I undertake. I'm like, this is a good idea, this is a bad idea. It goes very instantly from good to bad
Yeah.
with us.
It's hard to be experimental, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, especially when you don't want to fucking clean anything up. Like, I can't be bothered with it.
Yeah.
That's what gets me. This is what I say about, like, weeing on people, being sick on people. Like, it's great, fine, if that's the thing. If that's what you want to do, but then, like, then you have to finish and then be like, better clear this up
Just
then.
the sadness.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
no.
like it's all well and good,
Oh, no.
it's all well and good, isn't it? But then when you're like faced with it, it's like when you have a party and you think, yes, party. You have a party, it's a really good party. The next morning you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
And similar cleanup for most.
Yes,
Just wee
exactly.
and sick everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd have to have like a specialist room, wouldn't you, that was just like kitted out and like wiped down.
Yeah.
Or
Plastic room.
Yeah, you
Like
can
a
get
serial killer.
Yeah, you can
Or-
murder people in it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Let your army of octopuses go and just let them
Oh, just like
Suck it up.
stomp around.
get them back in a bag.
Yeah, no, but then it's 6 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's those 6 weeks, and then it's just like you just have to go around picking up octopus corpses.
Yeah. And then do you buy the octopus and then hope that someone is available to have
Oh, yeah,
ghetto
God.
sex with you? Or do you have the ghetto sex and then
Oh
get
my
the
god,
octopus?
yeah. And like we've
It's
all
the
had,
age-old question,
yeah,
isn't it?
I know, yeah. And we've all had like dates fall through as well. Can you imagine buying an octopus and then just being like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh no!
I can't do next weekend, I've got kids next weekend. What am I supposed to do with this fucking octopus?
That's the idea of you standing there like that.
Yeah.
And then the octopus with his 8 legs.
Shit.
Like,
Oh, fuck. Unbelievable. You need to dump him. Yeah. If I know octopus, I should.
There is that sassy octopus meme. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Snapping with one tentacle. I know he did.
He ain't good enough for you.
Yeah. Oh god, you go from having a sex octopus to an emotional support octopus. That's the sort of thing that would happen to me. Oh god, okay, it's best I stay away from sea creatures.
And you could tell it all your secrets as well, because it would just die in 6 weeks and not.
That's so grim. It's very true. Very true. But
Oh
very
god, can you imagine the burden of being an octopus and being like, having to hear everyone's secrets and be used for sex and then know that
And
you're
clean
living.
up gas
Yeah.
zone.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah, you could teach it to clean up the gap
That's
zone.
what I said. Like, you could just go suck it all up like a hoover.
Yeah,
Like,
sweeping it up, going, yeah, I know, you told me last week about that. Yeah.
What a life.
The burden. Oh my god.
That poor thing.
Oh,
Thank you,
Does it-
octopus.
Yeah.
No appreciation for octopuses.
Oh,
I thought
my God.
I thought I loved them already, but now
I know.
I don't mean what.
Overworked, underpaid. Fucking hell. Yeah, I mean, it really ruins that my octopus friend. Now.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
he just going under there and just being like, you'll never guess what?
He just tells him the most heinous things.
Yeah. Oh, a problem shared is a problem halved. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why I had its arm bitten off. It was like a suicide mission. It
Yeah,
did
it
enough
did
of his
itself.
shit.
Yeah.
Just a couple of weeks off. Leave me alone.
Are you my octopus friend? No, look, I've only got 7 arms. No, I'm not an octopus. No,
Yeah.
leave me alone.
Fucking hell. Oh, well, I'm going to move on to a similarly depressing story. We've been scouring the news for like sex stories, and once you type sex news into Google, mate, it's never ending. So this is good.
This is good for us, yeah.
This is great for us.
Good news.
So, I'm going to tell you the sex story and I'm going to gauge your horrific responses. Okay. So, a woman in Spain has been arrested after leaving a box containing a human head with a friend to look after while police searched her house. The gruesome discovery was made when the unsuspecting woman was told that the box contained sex toys and her friend did not want the police to find them during the raid. So the police raided this woman's house looking for her deceased partner or missing partner. All the while, she's like, killed him, cut his fucking head off, stuck it in a box, given it to her mate and gone, you wouldn't mind looking after these like dildos, would you? Because the police are coming around, I don't really want them to find them when they're looking for my boyfriend.
Possibly worse things to find than dildos, as we discovered at the end of the story. What's horrible.
Where's the rest of him?
I don't know. And why is she like, body's all right, head, nah.
What? Yeah, but why is she keeping the head? Why
I
is
like
she keeping
the
the
idea that
head?
there's 12 friends around the country that heard that story. Like, we've got a box of dildos. And it's hands and feet.
Oh my God, Sharon, what was in that box? Well, she had it, she put it away in her closet and then there was this suspicious smell started coming out of the box, which was obviously decaying human flesh. But, like, I would feel weird if either one of you were like, can you look after this box of dildos for me?
Yeah.
Because I don't want the police to find it. One, the police are the worst ones. So they're not going to bat an eyelid about fucking box of dildos.
Oh, you mean they're the most experimental in the...
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Well, and just the worst ones.
Right, okay.
There's no limits to their worst.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, yeah.
No limits to their worst. It's a great t-shirt.
Yeah. And then to be like, and would you not have a little peep? Because I know that I would the curiosity would kill the cat.
Imagine, the scenario whereby you give it to a friend and you're like, oh, it's just sex toys. And they open it and are still under that impression when they get that head out. This doesn't work. All right, and then you wouldn't tell your friend.
This is worse than a dead octopus.
Yeah. Oh no, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Can you imagine seeing that and just thinking, what a fucking creep.
The worst flashlight I've ever seen in my life. It's plastic. Oh no. Oh.
Closing the box up, just being like, she's a kinky bitch.
Even worse, if you were really open with your friend, you're like, look, I opened the box. You kinky bitch. Yeah. Anyway, see you later.
Yeah. Well, if it was me, I'd ring you up and be like, we both know that's a severed head of your ex-boyfriend. Like, fucking level with me here. Where's the rest of him? Because you're going to be in trouble. That's the least of your worries, isn't it?
Who's got a friend that's like a good enough friend to give them a box of dildos to look after, but not good enough to help you bury a body?
Yeah. She needs better friends.
Or like hide a body, yeah.
Because that'd be my first call. Well, when I had that like interaction with a dying man in my room, my first thought was not to ring the ambulance, it was to ring you.
Oh, yeah.
So I was having sex.
Have you spoken about this already?
No.
Oh, great.
Well, just to each other. Yeah, I'll tell you all about it. So I was having sex with this guy, and then all of a sudden, he like starts having like what seems like a heart attack. Right. I have that.
Happens every time.
I don't know where he is. Yeah. Is he faking his own death to stop having sex with me? So he's very into it in 1 minute, and the next minute he's like clutching his heart. and in the fetal.
He's just a romantic guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was overwhelming.
Yeah.
So he's like holding his heart like curled up in like the fetal position, like throwing up and dying. And I was just like, oh my God. And then I picked up my phone and I was like, Charlie's at work. So I put my phone back down. I didn't even think 999. I was just like, you right? And then when he came round, he was in fact okay. He'd had a few heart issues that he didn't realise were an issue until he started having sex with me.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have just said he didn't want to have sex with me. Couldn't he? He didn't have to come all the way there and pretend to fucking die to get out of it.
Could he? Would you have let him leave?
No. But yeah, so I mean, had he have actually died, you still would have been my first call. I mean, I don't know the number for like the dead people collectors. What are they called?
Coroners.
Coroners, yeah.
Is that right?
Do you call them coroners or do you call an ambulance?
Well, if someone dies.
Yeah.
I think
If
due
they're, like,
diligence
definitely
you do
dead.
an ambulance
You
just
do,
in
yeah.
case, because that would be so tragic if you called the wrong one. No, he's alive.
Take him away.
But
He's
no,
spent.
he's dead now.
Yeah. I think you have to go through, like, I'd call an ambulance if it was me.
Would you?
Yeah, because then it's like handing it over. It's like passing the buck, isn't it? Because then the ambulance can call the police or whoever they need to call.
Stand in the corner of the room like that. Just like, no, you come in and do it. I don't want any more
Yeah.
to do this.
I've done enough.
I've done enough.
Call Charlie.
Humble brag.
Yeah.
I've done enough.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, I wouldn't decapitate someone and give them your head, like the head to you.
Oh, would you not? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, good.
No, I'd make her come round and help me remove the entire body.
Which makes way more sense than the head. I do agree
Yeah.
with you. That's silly.
It's a bit like, you don't need to keep that, do you?
Maybe maybe we were thinking about it wrong, and they thought box first. They're like, right, let's look through. I've only got a tiny box.
Oh.
Oh, no. All right, head then.
Yeah, it can't be torso. You're going to have to choose. Oh, okay, head. But like, I mean, it says something about a person with what you're doing with the body next. Like, I think everyone can kill someone. Like, I know that I can. Yeah, everyone's capable of killing someone, but what you do with the body next is like the real...
Defines who you are.
Yeah, shows the measure of a person, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But who's like, get this head off? Because like there's big, like, there's more. You need to dispose of like the big bits.
That's just the idea as well that it wasn't on purpose, and somewhere there's a coffin with a body and some dildos in it. I'm like, oh no, I thought I sent you the dildos. I'm so sorry.
His family turn up to an open casket.
Can you imagine all these dildos at the time? A bit like a bloody octopus.
Oh yeah. That's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's grim.
That's mental. I can just imagine, like, it was originally a box of dildos. That's where she got the idea from.
Yeah.
And that's where she got the box from. She just thought, fucking hell, I need a box to put his head in. And just went like that with the dildos, put it in,
Yeah.
sealed it all up.
Yeah, that's the real mystery.
Yeah.
Where's the dildos now?
Exactly. The police have gone around there and found a load of dildos and were like shocked to the core.
This one's clearly guilty. The misogyny is right.
Maybe it just threw them off the scent. Just like, quite literally, because it was like rotting head in a box. But like, yeah, they were just like, no, she didn't do it. I mean, who's got time to kill someone and decapitate them when there's this many dildos laying around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad. And like, it happened in Spain. So I can only imagine if it happened in Southend, it would be like a Lidl box. Like, you know, ones that they leave at like the end for you to put all your shopping in.
Or
Yeah,
like
like
cardboard.
banana
Yeah.
box, yeah.
Yeah. I imagine it was a cardboard box that said like, had dildos scribbled on it with like fucking permanent marker.
Just to make it the story
Can you
legit.
imagine? Yeah. But like, if someone hands you a box that's like sodden with blood, you're not like, seems legit. Okay.
Yeah.
She must have wrapped it up.
It would be quite nice if it was like a little wooden like box
Yes.
with like carvings in it. Some sort of like,
It's a waste of a good box,
yeah, it is a bit.
isn't it?
But then you might be doing a spell with it. That's why she cut her head off. She's a
Maybe.
witch.
Halfway through a spell, exactly, and the police showed up, yeah.
Yeah, she was like, fucking hell again. Patriarchy. Relentless, aren't they?
Oh, this police, they bloody hate magic. That's something that police have never been accused of before. Bloody hate magic.
Yeah,
Bloody hate magic.
Oh, I'm sure they would. And then
They
they'd be
would.
at home conjuring their own spells. That's the nature of the police, isn't it?
Yeah,
God. Yeah.
those bloody warlocks.
Yeah.
Those bloody hypocritical warlocks.
Yeah, so that was my little news story for the day. I've also got a would you rather. Would you like to hear it, or would you rather not?
I'll say, is that the question?
Yeah.
That's a quick one.
This is a weird one. So we like posed a question to everyone on Instagram saying, can you send us your would you rathers? And someone put, would you rather receive an erotic letter or a dirty text message?
Oh, okay. Well, a letter for the novelty. More effort's gone into it. Is it just the same content?
Well, I think so. I don't know because I like to think that an erotic letter would be like, I caress your milky breasts, or like something romantic. But a dirty text message is just get your tits out, love, innit?
Send nudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd give up on the letter a few sentences in for sure. I'd be like, thanks for your letter. It was really nice. And pretend I read it, definitely. Because even with a normal letter, I'm like, thanks for the letter. It was lovely.
Do you think it would contain like a pencil drawing of a penis or a vagina?
Yeah, or a nice little mix of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't ever received an erotic letter, I don't think.
Oh my god, that's giving me the weirdest flashback. I sent an erotic letter. Well, an erotic letter is a typed out email. Brilliant. This is so stupid. I can't believe I'm telling this. Right. So when you're a teenager, there's no context for this stuff. But it was like it was rude, really, really rude to my girlfriend, and a picture of me, not with my willy out, just like belly up or whatever, in the corner. And then there was like another picture that was like I was turned around, and it was like a story. And then I just took a picture of like Pamela Anderson and put her in the bottom, and like, oh, Pamela Anderson walked in. Like, it's like a story. It's a story with photos and narratives. It was supposed to just be like, I'll see you after college, you sexy bitch. And it had like a whole narrative. Why is Pamela Anderson in it? Like, and in a letter form as well. It's not like a film. It's like, she's just walked in.
Gotta go.
So stupid. Oh my god.
I want to see the letter.
Also, Pamela Anderson isn't even like a thing to like. I didn't grow up with Pamela Anderson. She probably was just online. I was like, right, I can't type porn. Boobs. Pamela Anderson. Okay, she's the spokeslady for boobs.
And it's not just easy to like attach a picture like back in the day, is it? So you would have had to have been like, ask Jeeves.
Jeeves, I'm sending a sexy letter to my girlfriend. Might I suggest Pamela Anderson in the corner?
So much going on in that email. Did you print it as well?
Yeah, it was black and white printed on like a laserjet printer
not
as
even
well.
colour, you're not even getting the full
colour.
like shebang.
And she wasn't into ladies as well. Before I transitioned, so it's just for me. It's just the story I gave it to her. She's probably like, what the fuck is this? Like, cut off this bottom half of the letter. It's fine.
Here's a clip art.
What did you say?
Looking for clip art. Yeah. Real clip art.
Oh god, was that paperclip like popping up? Like,
it looks like you're trying to seduce someone. Sorry.
Just little like eyebrows just judging you, like, okay. This is
it looks like you're sending a dick pic. That would be amazing if that came back now. When people go to send something
yeah. Reconsider. This is a bad idea.
Maybe try Carmen Electra.
Oh god. I mean I've sent plenty of like dirty text messages but never written a dirty letter. I write in all capitals so it sounds like a threat.
You're shouting.
Yeah. Listen here, you fucking piece of work. It would all just be like, shouting. Have you ever written a right letter?
I don't think so. I did get one last year. It was kind of like a note. You remember it?
Did I write it?
Like a post-it.
It was just like a little note with some flowers, and it said, I'd let you ride me like a rancon.
Is that from Star Wars?
Yeah.
I remember it. Yes, I do.
Do you remember it?
I remember it. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was quite nice.
Was that targeted marketing at you, or was that guess you like Star Wars?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's something.
That's so
good.
sweet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a rank horn.
Yeah. I know. I didn't get like a little accompanying picture though.
There's a little tiny picture of Pamela Anderson in the corner though.
Oh, sorry.
and then the Mandalorian walked in.
Yeah.
Oh, Mandalorian's walked in. Oh, is that Baby Yoda? No, get rid of it. It's not in the story. It's not sorry. It's happening in real time. That's what I meant to
Yeah.
I keep kicking this table, so it must sound like an absolute earthquake every time. Sorry.
Don't worry, it's all right.
The amount of messages. I mean, do you now just when you get hey or hi, just delete that person?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Oh, yeah.
What? That's nothing. That is nothingness. Just, hey.
Yeah.
Like, where did you think this was going to go? I know in your mind where you think that's going to go, but that's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they always the person like just can't be. They're not interested, are they?
Yeah.
So I don't know why they're messaging like on dating sites and things like that, where they just like send like a winky face or something like that. You just think, what do you want me to do? Be bowled over by this conversation? Yeah.
It's just nothing. Even something really obscene and bizarre would be better, at least as a conversation starter, because then they can row back from it. You're like, okay, I see what you did there.
Yeah, you've reeled me in.
Yeah.
You have my attention. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, hey is absolutely nothing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. I am grateful for the haze though still.
yeah.
I ignore them. But
it's
it's nice.
nice,
It's nice to get a hay.
It's that little
but
temporary high, isn't it? Hey, good looking. You're like,
Oh, if they said hey, good looking, I might reply.
oh, would you?
But just the highs and the haze.
Just the highs and haze,
yeah.
That'd be boring.
My favourites are the really badly spelled like ones from Asian men that are like, show me your vagine. Yeah. Baby, why you no speak to me, baby? Like that.
much,
And you're
baby.
like, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even spelled correctly either. It's just like BBY. You're missing the A.
Yeah, I never get them.
Oh, do you not? I'll get them incessantly. You must, as someone with like a sort of star profile, get fan messages. Are they ever like weird?
20% obscene sexual stuff and 8% just the same people but without a sexual thing. So lots and lots of hi. But the next sentence would be, what's Tom Jones like? Which is like, which I also ignore that as well. But yeah, like who I've never met, so it doesn't really matter. You got there's people that have crossed the line, but there's something sort of a little bit sexy about that as well. Back in the early day before I was married, there's something quite cool about one of this person's an absolute like mad person in the bedroom. That'd be exciting. Yeah, but probably not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It never really is. It's like all of those "I'll ruin you" messages, and you just think you've just ruined it for everyone. It's like, what's happened here?
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, you've ruined it for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, God. Yeah, if I had £1 for people that wanted a second chance to try and ruin me. Just give up, mate.
Yeah. The problem's you if you're accepting another go at ruining me.
What was it Samantha said? Fuck me badly once, shame on you. Fuck me badly twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me. So
Yeah.
you just get one.
I know.
You get one shot to disappoint me.
Yeah. You said to me the other day about someone who had said, oh, they actually quite fancy me. And then you said that they had said they would disappoint me in so many ways. And I thought, you might skate by with that, because I might go for that line.
Yeah, it was a good line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I really fancy Nina. I could disappoint her in so many ways.
Yeah.
That's the level of self-awareness that you like, okay, we've got past the first hurdle. This person's not a robot or an Asian person. Love Asian people. Really misphrased that. I just meant one of the ones we're talking about.
Yeah.
God. I'll go.
I've lost my train of thought. I keep losing my train of thought. My brain's like not working today.
It's 9 a.m.
Yeah, I know, it is early, isn't it?
Most of the messages I get will be, if they're of a sexual nature, they always feel like they have to throw in the caveat of, is it weird that I fancy you? I'm transgender, obviously, so it's like what a stupid way to start a conversation. Like I'm going to go, it is a bit weird, but let's see where this is going. No, thanks. Just say I like you.
Is
in
it
a
weird?
Way. Is it weird that I fancy you? Like, please don't tell anyone, but I like you. Great way of starting a conversation.
Hey everyone, this guy who I've never met thinks it's weird.
Yeah.
But then
should I pursue
it?
Should
I, like, where do they think that's going to go? Because
it's their dirty little secret, and that's for them. That's another thing. Oh my god, this guy is mad, and he's a horrible stalker. He lives in Southend. He's probably the worst person that sends me stuff.
I wonder if we know him.
Oh, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah. He's always got food in his beard, and he collects bags.
Yeah.
He knows exactly where I was born, like what happened the day I was born. He sent me a video, and it was just to let you know. So he showed up to loads of gigs and bought me loads of stuff. It was really horrible. And it's nothing to do without all the other stuff that come later. He was like, "I just wanted to let you know I'm bisexual now, so I'm perfect. You're perfect.
Your luck's in.
Like, no, that's not up to you. You don't say how you feel, and I go, oh, okay, well then I slot into your life perfectly.
Yeah.
But because they spend so much time repressed, transgender porn is the most searched porn for 5 years, apart from last year. I think it went to incest porn. Because it's always between those two in the world.
Oh, wow.
Because of repression, just because of the amount of people that are repressed. And they spend so long isolated and so solo in that endeavour, they think that they are the centre of the universe.
Yeah.
Even with like such low levels of self-esteem, it's only them.
Yeah.
So when they make a big decision to be like, you know what, I'm going to admit to you that I fancy you as a transgender person, then that's all they have to do. And I go, okay, well done, let's go.
Oh, brilliant. There's just like a whole gang of transgender people just waiting to be picked by men that have decided.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, bowled over. You must feel so flattered.
That's 90% of the bad messages will always start like that. Just from a place of repression, which is so sad. So when you get like a nice, just woke bloke guy who's just like, well, you're nice, finger.
Hello.
I'm like,
you're attractive and you're funny.
That's always nice. That's
like
lovely when guys say that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not because we're not funny. We're obviously way funnier than men.
Yeah.
But like them digging down into themselves to be able to summon that up and say, "Oh, you're so funny."
It's
like,
hard.
Whoa, you've got
it's hard for men, isn't it, to admit that women are not just faces and boobs, and just this like meek housewife type.
Yeah, they may be threatened, but in a good, fun, challenging way.
Yeah,
like no, my wife's funnier than me. Like, oh, my wife, she's so smart. Like, good.
I know, it's nice. Well, we come up against that quite a bit. Like, we've had partners who initially think that it's nice having someone who's funny and a little bit sort of centre of attention-y, and then it's not funny when you fucking hate someone. Like, it goes really from this to this. If someone's a centre of attention and being funny, they sort of try and take you down a little like peg or two, and I think it's hard for men to allow us.
Yeah, they hate it.
Yeah.
They do hate it. Like, they love it and it attracts
exactly
them.
the same thing.
In the beginning, but then they just are like, can you just stop being better than me now?
Yeah. And do you find that in your relationship, because you must be the centre of attention, I imagine that people like naturally just drawn to your energy and...
I don't know, like most comedians will tell you, and myself included, I was not the funny person in school, ever. Like, when my brothers and sisters are funnier than me, I'm not the funny person, but you just, I love it, but when it's a job, you just get good at that bit when you're on stage. Maybe, like, if you walk into a room with this hair or whatever, there's even just like whatever I'm wearing on stage, people think that you're going to explode, like I'm like Russell Brand with tits, but I'm really not. I'm just really quite just shy and on stage, My wife is from Czech Republic, which means half the stuff she said is in broken English, but she knows that, and she's infinitely funny, but she doesn't realise how funny she is. So when we're out and about, she's the funny one, but she thinks I am. That's what's really funny as well when we're together. Yeah, she is the centre of attention without realising.
Oh, that's nice.
No, I love her so much.
How long have you been married?
3 years. Yeah, we got married here in Southend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Exciting. Love her.
Nice person. Yeah. I did have a sleep, and you guys are absolutely adorable.
Oh, that's so nice.
I love, so I love seeing pictures of people in love. It's so nice, isn't it? It's a little bit of like, that's how I get my kicks these days, seeing other people happy.
Yeah, it is lovely.
Yeah, it's really cute. Yes.
So how did you meet?
At a music festival that I was hosting and performing at. Go on.
I was just about to say, I heard this story. I listened to you on the breakup monologues.
Oh,
talking about it.
Oh, we won't go into it.
No, carry on, please do. Because it's cute.
Oh, yeah, I haven't heard it.
No, you haven't heard it, and it is really cute. I loved it.
She's there's a festival in Manchester called Sparkle, and it's the National Transgender Festival, and it just makes it seem like that's all I do with my life, but it just happened to be that. And I was performing, and she wandered in looking for alcohol, and she'd never seen a trans person before, and she saw me on stage, and then followed me on Facebook, and blah blah blah. Then we met at the same festival a year later for the first time. It was really nice, and then she tried to propose to me at the same festival a year after that when I was hosting. And I've described, she's super shy. She's really really shy. And at the end of the show, she just appeared on stage when I was supposed to be wrapping everything up, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" And people had like danced and stuff before, so I thought, "Oh, she's wandered on having a little boogie. She's a bit tipsy or whatever. Oh, bless her." And she came up really close to me, there in front of all these people. I was like, "No, I'm fucking at work." Go. And she just sort of solemnly wandered off stage, and it's because she was going to propose to me in front of the crowd, and I just shut her down, like as a consummate professional. I was like, "Get the fuck." So she proposed to me backstage in the mud, and I got all emotional and pushed her over in the mud, and then she proposed again. So she had the second chance to disappoint me. Yeah, it's lovely. She's but she must have had to summon up so much courage to do that in front of a crowd of people. And I just gave the worst example ever. Just like, go away. What you wanted to do is wrong. Get on. But I had no idea.
Oh, that's so nice. It's so nice when you have no idea.
Yeah.
I hate those. I know a few people that have got married that basically like begged their husbands to like propose to them, and I just think, God, why would you want it? Why would you want marriage that way?
Yeah.
You're just desperate to be married. Like love is so rare now, isn't it? I think like a genuine bit of love, and
we don't know if we're in love because we're just getting fed dopamine all the time now. Like our brains are just these dopamine drips, so we don't know if it's love or we just like that we're slightly addicted to that person for a bit. It's like, you're right,
we were saying the other day quite narcissistically that the things that you like in someone are often your own personality reflected back at you, which is like horrible. Because I was reading I was reading that and I just thought, oh my God, has everyone I've ever been with that I thought I was in love with just been a reflection of my own self, and I've not seen them? And then I just went into this hole of like, you fucking monster.
Or like the stuff that you want to, the gap you want to fill in yourself or something. You know, like when we get annoyed by things, it's the shadow work, isn't it? They call it in psychology. That idea of if you get annoyed by something disproportionately, it's because that's not resolved in you.
Yeah.
Like so I'm of a certain level of ego. I like to think I've got a good brain. I think I've got a good head on my shoulders. So people being a bit stupid annoys me more than it should, because I'm worried that like, oh no, what people think I'm stupid. So, but yeah, knowing that about yourself, you can start to address. So you see somebody who like, you find out they've been swallowing their chewing gum for 10 years or whatever. That would enrage me before, and I'm like, no, it's okay. See a doctor, it's okay. You're all right.
My mum used to say that if you swallowed your chewing gum, it'd get tangled around your heart.
Oh my God. What things to say to a child?
Like you're just some sort of fucking shell with organs floating around it, and when food drops in, it could touch anything. She also thought popping candy gave you brain damage as well. Oh my God, but you know what my mum's like.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's a wonder that Susie's like her, isn't she? My sister, this would make you die.
Can I do a cough before you tell the story?
Yes, please.
Please.
So my sister thought that the sun and the moon were the same person.
That's not a thing. That's not even a thing. I thought it was going to be like, they both are the same size or something, or like they're like...
No, the same person. So on one side is the sun and on the other side is the moon. And what she said was, it's weird how you can't see the sun on the other side when it's turned around.
Right.
And I'm like, well, my 4-year-old was like, they're not the same. They're two different. One's the sun and one's the moon. And she went, are they? And I was like, yeah, it doesn't fucking turn around like a storybook. Like a cartoon sun. I couldn't believe it.
In Teletubbies,
baby. And I just think, you've had the same education as me, girl. How do you not know? But she also thought cheese was made in a cathedral, so...
What? All cheese?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well,
what does she mean?
You know the brand Cathedral City?
Oh.
She thought cheese was just made in a cathedral. We had a religious upbringing as well, so she knows that that's not where cheese is made.
Yeah.
She will have seen it firsthand. And we lived in a rural area. She will have seen cheese actually physically being made.
With respect, the religious upbringing does also possibly explain the sun-moon thing. So
yes,
it wasn't that important.
Yeah, no, it's not known for its facts, is
Why is it the same? Jesus done it. Oh, okay. That's nice then.
Yeah.
I was just thinking the other day, it's nearly Easter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you imagine explaining Easter to like an alien? Be like, there's this guy called Jesus, and they like him, but they murdered him, and then they put him in a big chocolate egg, and then after 3 days he ate his way out, and then he was around. None of it makes any sense at all.
It's so weird, isn't it? How like these stories are so like far fetched, and they're like going to, you don't believe in science, that's mental. I mean, you can't. I know it's written down and all that jazz, but no. But this is what happened: zombies, right? Because that is essentially
Jesus was a zombie.
Yeah. And you're just like, right, you don't want me to believe in evolution, but you do want me to believe in zombies.
Frankincense to Frankenstein. Am I right? Mic drop if it wasn't connected to the table.
Just tip the whole table over.
That was worth
it. The Bible makes me die. Actually, Charlie busted out some Bible facts when we were on like this other podcast about Noah and his son, who was called Ham. Okay. Ham.
Yes, Noah's son Ham.
That sounds made up by a child.
I mean, it is made up. Technically, it's made up.
Yeah. In the Bible, it actually says that Ham got like cast out by his family because while his dad Noah was passed out drunk, he tried to sodomize him.
Oh my gosh. Ham? Come on, Ham.
Yeah, has he not been through enough? He's had to build a boat. There's been a flood. He's had to collect 2 of every animal.
Yeah.
Let him have a rest.
Have
a day off.
Let him have a little sleep on his front.
Yeah.
He's sleep on your front. He shouldn't have to worry about it.
I mean, Ham was out of control. I mean, that's a typical kid that is being ignored, isn't it? Like.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you get called Ham,
yeah, number 1, you know that.
Yeah, that's got to cause a lot of damage, isn't it?
No,
just by
Ham.
Yeah,
it was always going to happen.
Yeah, so that's like in the actual Bible, and you just think, wow, like why are we not talking about this in church?
There's also that story of so there's it's not a funny story. The daughter. The man gives his daughter to the village to be sodomized by everyone. But then there's an identical story later in the Bible, just the same story. What happened, clearly, is they wrote the story and then they were editing the Bible and someone just left it there again. They were like, oh, okay, you sure?
Yeah.
No, that's page 12. No, it's okay. And it's just the same story and everyone's just like, no, it has a different meaning.
It's just filler.
This one's called cheese, not ham.
Yeah, no one proofread the Bible before it was like mass produced.
They were like, this isn't long enough. Should we stick the same story again?
No, I think they'll remember that story. No, they won't. Yeah. They won't remember that story.
Yeah. We need 100,000 words in this.
Oh, we've got some crazy shit in here. They ain't going to remember that happened at the beginning, I'm telling you now.
Just copy and paste it in later.
Yeah.
Bulk it out.
We've got snakes, guys called Ham.
What more do you want?
Yeah,
it's like a bloody episode of Tiger King. Jesus Christ.
It's got it all.
Yeah, sex and ham.
It's a good read. That was the original name of the Bible, and they were like, "No, that's a bit. That's very niche."
I don't think people are going to read this, John.
I don't think it will appeal to the masses.
Yes, we'll see about that. 2 stories about the same girl being sold to a village.
Yeah, but a lot of it is stolen from like pagan. That's the thing with Easter because I'm pagan.
Right.
So like eggs is like a symbol of like spring and birth and all of that. So they've just taken that and gone, right, we need to take their religion and, you know, put our little like, you know, Catholic spin on it. So how can we get eggs in there? How can we relate? Oh, let's put Jesus behind a stone that is shaped like an egg.
Can I try and get some pagan points by guessing? Is it Beltane? Is that the Easter celebration? Which one's the Easter one?
Ostara. That's
so
what we're in at the moment. Ostara.
Okay. What's Beltane?
Beltane's next.
The cheeky one, sort of like little tricky one.
Yeah, that's like the maypole.
Yeah, when they're all like jumping around, getting all sexy. Yeah.
It's like the summertime, and it's all like, you know, enjoying the the fruits of your labour over the...
Okay.
Yes, or a star.
I didn't realise that the maypole was like a fertility matching type situation. And as a former maypole champion, something like CV, I find it harrowing now because obviously it was part of the curriculum, which is fucking mental.
Oh, we had maypole as well, and like the other country dancers. What are they called? The men with the sticks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the bells.
Oh
my God, what are they
is it
called?
Morris dancing.
Morris dancing. Yeah, we had that as well.
Isn't Morris dancing quite racist? Don't they have like a little section of Morris dancing that's like proper racist?
In what
Like
way?
they do,
How
like,
do you dance
blackface.
in like a racist way? Oh, okay.
I don't think it was a dancing.
Oh, I've never seen a blackface
Oh,
Morris
yeah. Well,
dancing.
in the village, they have like a...
Well, that's just a racist village.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. In the village, they have like, you know, Morris dancing competitions.
So you both grew up in villages.
I did.
I grew up here.
Yeah.
So why did you have Morris dancing on the curriculum or maypole on the
Oh
curriculum?
no, me.
Oh, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, I was saying.
I think
that-
it was
Oh, we
part
had
of PE,
it. We
wasn't
just
it?
had it as
Yeah.
like
Why is
as
that
a
a thing?
like a thing in school that we did.
I don't know. I thought it was like innocently just like
right.
threading your ribbons up and like dancing round. And then it's not until like quite recently actually that I was like, oh, it's a sexy thing. Like, I mean, it's not a sexy thing when there's kids involved,
No.
but like it's essentially is like a matching
Right,
and
okay,
fertility
It's
type.
like a DNA
thing.
double helix.
Yeah,
This
so
is physically us making a baby.
yeah.
Oh, it's a pole.
So the partner who you like do your plats with is like your betrothed, I suppose.
Oh no.
Thank God that like I wasn't forced into an arranged marriage with my partner,
Who did you get?
Anthony Bates.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
I
he
know.
sounds like a massive
Him.
lemon.
Oh, he was. Oh, it was just horrible. I mean, it was horrible to me as well. It's horrible to everyone. So, I mean, it could have been a lot worse for me.
Yeah. Had you been born 100 years ago?
I know.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. So that was a whole thing. But like we went to church every single day as well with school and did the whole thing.
Oh,
I know, it was weird.
yeah.
It was a little bit like Midsummer. Have you seen the horror film Midsummer?
I know it. And
Yes.
I lived in Sweden for a really long time.
Oh,
And the maypole thing was like a whole thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realise the fertility aspect. But also, it's just a moment where you're dancing around and then all these grown adults, straight face, just drop to the floor and start making the sound of a frog, which in Sweden is kawakaka, and they just do these little jumps and stuff. And
Ooh.
yeah. And
I
you
don't
know
know,
that
I
when you're in a
don't
crowd of people and you just have to go along with it. Like everyone dropped, it was like, well, this can't be about me, so I just had to get on the floor. I'm like,
oh God, you could have been up for sacrifice if you hadn't got down, couldn't you? That's the thing. It only takes one thing, doesn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that Midsummer.
yeah, it's a good.
Yeah. Oh God.
I haven't seen it.
Oh well, they go on holiday. Florence Pugh, I think her name is, the actress. Her boyfriend is trying to break up with her, but she's like a bit of a mess. So he then feels sorry for her and goes, "Oh, come along." And so they end up in this like weird little commune doing like an anthropology, like gathering of information.
Okay.
Okay, I'm there. And then shit starts going down. So they start like braiding each other's hair and fucking pushing each other off cliffs. Essentially. Yeah, it gets pretty hectic quite early on.
And Sweden's not a notoriously hilly place either, so they really had to put the effort in. It's
to
quite
really
flat.
go out of
Yeah.
their way.
Yeah.
Yeah, to push these like it got to like the time when I don't know, their natural like ending, and then they'd like just haul up the old people to the top of the cliff and just give them a little
Oh.
push them onto a rock.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. It's effective. So, but if they didn't die, then they had to get bashed. Then like a chosen one from the village got like this little sort of skull basher and then bashed them.
Oh, this sounds like this book that I read called The Lottery. I told you about that, haven't I,
I
before?
don't think so.
There's a book called The Lottery, and it's like set in this village that's like perfect, and the sun's always shining,
Oh.
and the flowers are always blooming, and there's no crime.
Okay.
They've like one sheriff that doesn't even really need to be there. And they put it all down to the fact that once a year they stone to death one of the people that live in the village.
Oh, like a tiny purge. Just like just to kill one guy.
Yeah, just to make like the
So
gods
unnecessary.
happy.
Right.
And like it's like a whole like weird thing where they sort of like they pull a name basically out of the hat, and then they will just gather round and just fucking stone them to death just to keep the peace and the loveliness in the village.
Well, I'll just spend my whole year trying to figure out a clever way to not put my name in.
Yeah.
Or to like spell it slightly differently. Or something.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
This one family got picked, and it was a mum and a dad and a daughter. So if the family gets picked, then normally it's the eldest male that has to be stoned to death. But this like dad wasn't feeling very well on the day of the lottery.
Well.
Typical bloke.
I'd love to, but
Yeah.
I couldn't possibly die today. I'm too ill.
I couldn't die today, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Which is like really like horrible. Like the mum was obviously like, well, not my daughter, so it's going to have to be me. And the dad's like that. The
He's
window,
like,
just
all
like
right, love,
lifted up
go
the
on,
curtain.
get your
It's
coat on.
just there with like a paper rub. It's like, oh no. Oh my naughty wife.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been nice knowing you. Can you make sure there's enough food in the fridge, like before you go, if you could?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You just run an iron over my shirt before
You just run the hoover around.
I need my
The lynch mobber
funeral
outside. You haven't got much time.
my funeral suit pressed. You just sort that out before you get stoned to death, please.
Oh my
love.
god. Sorry, did you fully just like let her?
Oh yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. And the whole book is this guy that comes from outside the village that comes in and he witnesses it and he tries to stop it because he falls in love with the daughter and
Okay.
turns into a bit of a thing. But yeah, the lottery.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Fucking hell. I'd
Yes.
hate that. I'd hate the anxiety of knowing that your name was in there. I'd kill myself. I'd just
Yeah, just to get.
I'd be like, mate, just get this over and done with
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I can't live month to month like this.
Yeah. Well, it's happened all over the world in like all sorts of cultures, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
human sacrifice.
Oh, God, imagine it.
Yeah. They found like a little girl up a mountain recently that was like 2,000 years old or something like that, but just like frozen as like a human, just as like a human sacrifice. She was just picked. And it was like an honour. You just think, fucking hell, that's like a little like 8-year-old little child like sacrificed.
Also, there's
Yeah.
no precedence anywhere that says a human is what we want. Because there's other villages that do like corn and
Yeah.
like stuff. And
Yeah.
it's really pleasant and nice. And they just let some corn go off in the corner. And,
Yeah, I know. Why are you like doing that? Yeah, I know.
Well, in
we've got loads of corn. Girl.
yeah.
No, but the loads of corn. Like loads of corn.
Got enough. Yeah, but it'd be better if it was just her, wouldn't it, though?
Cool.
So, you know. But, like, in Thailand, they have, like, these little spirit houses everywhere. They're like little bird houses. And they take, like, offerings to them. And, like, people putting, like, a fucking Big Mac there and stuff. And I just think, if you can put a Big Mac there, you haven't got to be killing 8-year-olds, have you?
Yeah.
Really. They're just as happy with that.
Yeah, in Mexico they give like a shot of tequila, don't they, to their like god,
Yeah.
and then they just drink the tequila
That's so gangster.
themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tip of 40 to the curb for my fallen
I know.
homies.
Yeah.
That's great. Just little,
Yeah.
That's what I'm all about.
kids.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it should be run, shouldn't it?
Yeah, who's sacrificing humans and animals?
People with too many
Fucking
kids.
mental.
I bet there's people that are like, fuck, I should really have messed this up. I've had 6 kids now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we could do. Hear me out, everyone.
Yeah.
One of these,
Yeah.
human
Yeah.
sacrifice,
Yeah.
it's
The
got to be
worst
done.
one,
Yeah.
Delilah.
Yeah.
And then Delilah's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm
Right,
annoying.
set my fate. Yeah. Oh my god, that's fucking mental, isn't it? Human sacrifice.
Yeah.
Right. Where
Yeah.
are we?
We are.
Where are we? We're at the hour.
Oh God, we've gone well over the hour.
Have we? Oh
Yeah.
god. Sorry, Jordan.
No,
I'm not
not
wasting
at
your
all.
time now.
It's a really good giggle.
Good.
I
Well,
bet you can hear my belly rumbling.
I know. We're looking at
Well,
these
have
pastries.
a
yeah.
have
Go for
Until this moment, I thought they were decorative.
it. You're not the first person.
I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah. You can get our merch at sosclothing.co.uk and buy that merch.co.uk.
/sex.
Yeah, that's for both a minute, /sex. Yeah, and that's it. And
follow Jordan you're on everything, aren't you?
Yeah.
Tall Dark Friend.
Thank you very much. That's the first time I've never had to actually say it. Yeah, Tall Dark Friend.
Oh.
It doesn't mean anything. It sounds really pretentious. But yeah, Tall Dark Friend.
Thanks for noticing. Yeah, all the socials. So we'll put your little link up anyway and stuff like that. And then people can find you. Where are your upcoming gigs?
All over the place, really. I think I'm at Phoenix Arts Club on the 1st and 2nd of April. What month are we in?
We're March,
April. And I'm always dotted about. Depends on when this comes out. But you can always find it on that.
Yeah, we'll put up all the details.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks
Charlie
for coming.
What a wonderful podcast. This is going to be a bright giggle. Let us all remember that even in our darkest times, you can always confide in our octopus.
Exactly.